Kayla Hodges was a beautiful and beloved teenage girl who grew up in a close-knit family in the town of Scottsville. She was the source of joy and happiness in her family. Known for her intelligence and kindness, she always had a way of making people love her. In August 2011, during a town gathering, 15-year-old Kayla met Ethan Reid, who was 4 years older than her. From the first moment, Kayla felt that Ethan was the love she had been searching for. He was bold, adventurous, and had a beautiful voice. Little did Kayla know that 5 years later, she would become a victim of the very person she loved so deeply. Kayla attended Portland High School, excelling in her studies. Despite her late nights out with Ethan, she knew what she wanted and was determined to achieve her goals. After high school, she hadn't yet decided on her future path, as she liked to carefully consider her next steps. During this time, Kayla's love for Ethan grew stronger every day. Despite this, she began to notice that Ethan, who was supposed to be setting his own goals, was still working part-time jobs without any clear direction. Ethan relied heavily on Kayla for almost everything. Many of his friends advised him to give her more attention and prove that he could be responsible, but Ethan ignored these suggestions. Once a mutual friend even told him, "You're really lucky to have Kayla in your life." Their relationship continued in this manner for 3 years. During this period, Kayla never felt frustrated with Ethan. Instead, she showered him with love and support, while he continued to emotionally manipulate her. In early 2015, Kayla discovered she was pregnant and was overjoyed. Ethan was also happy about the news, and they both eagerly awaited the arrival of their child. Kayla, preparing to become a mother, was deeply concerned about her and her child's future. Meanwhile, Ethan did not give up drinking or look for a stable job, nor did he prepare himself for fatherhood. Kayla began urging Ethan to get a job and abandon his bad habits, stressing that he was about to become a father. However, Ethan, at 23, did not grasp the significance of being a parent. Kayla's attempts to convince him were met with avoidance, arguments, or outright refusal to discuss the matter. Kayla started to feel that her relationship with Ethan was a barrier to her and her child's future. However, she decided to wait for the birth of her daughter, whom she had named Evie Blue, because of her love for the blue color. The day Evie Blue was born was a pivotal moment in Kayla's life. She knew from the first moment that she was meant to be a mother to this beautiful angel. Ethan was also thrilled with his daughter, but he didn't change his lifestyle. This led Kayla to shift her approach with him, confronting him about his choices, which made Ethan feel that Kayla was considering leaving him. Their relationship issues became known to those around them. Kayla even posted on Facebook, expressing her frustration with Ethan's behavior and urging him to change and find a job. Ethan continued to mock her. On September 26, 2016, Kayla decided to end their 5-year relationship, during which she felt she had been the only one losing. She spoke to Ethan and told him she couldn't take it anymore and that they needed to separate. Ethan asked her to stay at his mother's house, where she lived with his mother, so he could see his daughter. Kayla agreed, not wanting to deprive him of his daughter and perhaps hoping to give him a second chance. Kayla began her studies at Volunteer State Community College, aspiring to become an ultrasound technician. The idea for this career sparked during her pregnancy with Evie when she met an ultrasound technician who ignited her passion for the field. Kayla wanted to quickly pave her way to a bright future to provide a happy and secure life for her daughter. She worked weekends at a factory in White House, Tennessee, to save money for her child, often saying that Evie Blue had become her whole life. On the evening of October 3, 2016, Ethan Reid, Evie's father, and now Kayla's ex-boyfriend, was boiling with anger. He had spent the day drinking, his emotions tangled and dark. In a moment of weakness, he wrote a Facebook post apologizing for what he was about to do, stating that he wasn't the bad person. Ethan grabbed his shotgun and drove to his mother's house, where Kayla and their little daughter were sleeping in their room. He parked his car by the front stairs and entered the house with his weapon. Kayla woke up to his arrival and alerted his mother, April Riley, about Ethan coming armed. She rushed to take her child to give to his mother and escape the house. Events escalated quickly. Ethan pushed his mother aside when she tried to intervene and charged towards Kayla, who was rushing to the front door. The moment was filled with tension and fear, and April heard a loud bang as Ethan fired the gun.
I tried to stay in between them, and he shoved me out the back door. And he had the gun on her and the baby. She handed me the baby and got around me and went to run out the front door, and he shoved me and the baby back and went after. And then I heard a pop, and when I got to the edge of the hallway, I saw her fall out the front door.
Kayla collapsed on the front doorstep. At that moment, Ethan's neighbor, Brian Groves, was standing outside his house. When he heard the gunshot, he knew something terrible had happened. He rushed into the house and found Kayla lying on the ground and Ethan reloading the shotgun. Brian tackled Ethan, disarmed him, and threw the weapon away. Then he pinned Ethan down until the police arrived. Kayla was taken to the Scottsville Medical Center, but her injuries were fatal. She died that night, leaving behind little Evie, who was her entire world. Byron Hodges, Kayla's father, stood helpless in the face of his daughter's loss, feeling the weight of the responsibility of raising his granddaughter. He decided to ensure that Evie knew everything about her mother, keeping Kayla's memory alive in her heart. In Allen County Court, Ethan pleaded guilty without a plea deal, respecting Kayla's family's wish not to make any offers. He was sentenced to 35 years in prison without the possibility of parole until he served at least 85% of his sentence. While Ethan served his sentence, Evie grew up under her grandfather's care, who never stopped reminding her of her mother's great love for her. He showed her pictures of Kayla and talked about her dreams and hopes. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime stories. See you in the next video.